Because they said when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. If we all know the purpose of the objection, if we all know the role objection has come to play, if we all know what objection does in our life and in our business life, it puts us in a place where we are so confident. It puts us in a place where we are always looking out for objection. It puts us in a place where if you finish your conversation with someone and there is no objection, just like, are you sure this person really understands what is it I'm saying? Are you sure I won't be dealing with someone who start the business and then later on they'll be saying, I don't even know what I started in the first place. So let's look at 4 steps in handling objection. Who is excited this morning as we learn this? 4 steps in handling objection. So let's move on. So step number 1. Step number 1. Step number 1. Step number 1. Now, before we go into the steps, what are the common objections people normally give us? What are the common objections? I want you to go to the comment section and type in the objections you have faced as regards running this business. Common objections you normally get from people. I have some examples on the screen. No time. That's actually no money. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a scam. My spouse will kill me if I start without discussing it with them. Can't sell, too expensive. I am not like you. Don't know anyone. Don't like people. No education. Don't want to pressure my friends. Inviting my friends will look as if I'm disturbing them. I'm still waiting for you to type in your own list on the comment section. Money is evil. I want to finish school first before I can start. I did it before and it didn't work for me. It's a Ponzi scheme. Only people in the top make money. Several objections, right? It's saturated. And I need security. I need to be sure that if I'm making money, this money is coming all the time, not the one that I am not in control of. I've heard this over and over again. It's not for Christian. Show me. Oh, God. It's not for Christian. That really cracked me up. Show me how much you're making, right? Bad review. Okay, I love my job. Don't need the money. Not on social media. Bad economy, good economy, no economy. I started my own company and I need to give it attention. Show me what you've made in the money. Okay, we've covered that. Too good to be true. I'm going to pray about it. I'm doing research to understand more. Oh, God. It will prevent me from making heaven. Oh, my God. Not for my time. Why do I have to pay money? It's ungodly. No money is a scam. It's like all other business. Let me think about it. It's not my thing. No contacts. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming, please. Money is evil. I love all these objections we are sharing this morning. And I think I have more objections to update my list with. I want to see your own car. I've lost money before. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. I've lost money before. Fantastic. You see, every objection is obviously real to the person who is bringing up the objection, right? And from our previous learning, we have come to understand that objection plays roles. And what is the role objection play? Number 1, objection shows you that this person needs more information. Objection is an opportunity for you to really see. Madam Grace, somebody actually tell me this for young people. The person didn't see your gray hair. All right. So objection, it is time wasting. It's frustrating. Fantastic. So objection is a way to show you that this person needs more information. This person needs more clarity. It is an opportunity for you to educate that person and help them understand what is it that we do inside our business. All objections are categorized into 2. Can everybody go to the comment section and type 2? All objections are categorized into 2. All objections are categorized into 2. So when you're getting objection, when people are throwing objection at you, oh my God, the person said you're fooling yourself. Wow. Okay, you see more reason why we have to launch our car this year. Okay, so all objections are categorized into two, and every objection you get, they fall into two of those categories. So let's go. Number one is what? Every objection shows these two things. Is either a limiting belief about their source or limiting belief about network marketing. Can you type it on the comment section? Limiting belief about self, limiting belief about network marketing. Limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing. So let's go back to our list again and classify this. So I want you to do this thing right now. Look at all the objections. So we're going to classify them. Each of the objections, we're going to classify them, and then we mention what it is. Are you ready? So when someone said no time, what does it show? Limiting belief on self or limiting belief on network marketing. Can we share? So if it's limiting belief about self, just type S. If it's limiting belief about network marketing, just type network marketing. When someone says no time, all right, fantastic. Limiting belief about self, okay? Then number two, no money. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? S or NM, so that we can be fast, okay? Fantastic. Number three is a pyramid. Limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Number three, we're at number three now. Okay, I think we should be putting the number 1S, 2D. So we're at number three now, limiting belief around network marketing. Fantastic. So number four is a scam. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Number four. Is number four limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Network marketing. Fantastic. Then number five, spouse will kill me. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? My spouse will kill me. Limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? This can be self and also network marketing. It could be a way of saying that they have previous experience, right? So, and then they made a decision after that experience. So it could be limiting belief about self, and it could also be limiting belief about network marketing. So number six, I can't sell. Is it self or network marketing? Number six, I can't sell. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Self. Fantastic. Too expensive. Is it a limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Okay. Too expensive. Self. Okay. Self and network marketing. Okay. Number seven, I'm not like you. Self. Fantastic. Don't know anyone. Self. Fantastic. I love the way we are doing it. Number eight, don't like people. Self. Okay. Let's keep it coming. And then let's move on to number nine. No education. Limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Okay. Number 10, don't want to pressure people. Is it self or network marketing? Self. Fantastic. 11, money is evil. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Self. Number 12, college is my priority. Is it limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? And then it doesn't work. Limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing? Network marketing, okay? Ponzi scheme. Network marketing. Only people at the top make money. Okay? Network marketing. Saturated. Network marketing. Need security. Self. Fantastic. Let's keep it coming. Show me how much you've made. Network marketing. Okay, let's keep on going. Bad review. Network marketing. I love my job. Self and network marketing. Don't need the money. Self. Not on social media. Self. Bad economy. Self. Good economy. Self, no economy, self. Okay? Started my own company. Self and network marketing anyway. There could be a belief somewhere that says that I can't do two things and be successful at it. So it can be limiting belief about self, right? And again, it can be limiting belief about network marketing, feeling like it doesn't worth my time. No support. Self and network marketing. Too good to be true. Network marketing. And then I'm going to pray about it. Network marketing and self. I'm doing research. Self and network marketing. Why do I have to pay? Network marketing. Let me think about it. Self is not my thing. No contacts. Self. Money is evil. Self. This doesn't work. All right. Thank you very much for participating in that exercise. So the next time someone throws an objection to you, before you react or respond, ask yourself, where does this objection fall in the category of things? Where does this objection fall in the category of things? So where can I classify this objection? Is it showing limiting belief about self, or is it showing limiting belief about network marketing? So first step, where can I categorize this objection? So first thing you need to do is understand the objection. Everybody go and type it in the comment section. Understand the objection. Understand it to the point where you know where the objection fits in, whether it reveals limiting belief about self or limiting belief about network marketing, okay? And then, what are the first steps to handle objection? When you have truly understand where this objection falls in the scheme of things, how do you now handle objection? First steps to handling objection is very simple. You need to listen, relate, share stories, and then ask questions. Can we type it in the comment section? Listen, relate, tell a story, and ask questions. Listen, relate, tell a story, and ask questions. All right, so let's move on to step number one. Step number one says what? Listen. Listen. So what role does listening got to play? You need to ask yourself, who am I in this business? We are consultants. We are professionals. We are leaders. Now, what does professionals do? What does consultants do? Consultants listen and they lead by asking questions. So you need to listen to the point that you understand what the person is saying. You might ask some couple of questions for clarity. Just be naturally curious to understand what the person means. So for example, when someone say, I don't have the money, you can ask questions like, okay, when you say you don't have the money, is absolutely, you're actually absolutely saying that you don't have it, or I haven't shown you enough reason to justify you starting this business. Or you're saying you don't have the creativity to work this business. Help me understand which one applies to you. I don't have the money. You're asking the person, okay, so when someone tells me I don't have the money, it shows two things. I've not shown them enough reason to justify why they have to pay this money, or they lack the creativity to figure out how this thing can actually solve their money problem. Help me understand which one works best for you. Which is it for you? So you're asking, you're listening to the point where you can understand what the person is saying. You might need to ask 2, 3, 4 questions. So you don't assume. We said it earlier, listen to understand. Listen, don't project. Listen to understand. Listen, don't what? Project. Can anybody hear me? If you can hear me, type 1. You can hear me, type 1. I need to be sure everyone can hear me. Fantastic. So please, someone should guide Mary Jane on how to activate her audio or how to log out and come back in. Okay? So when someone say they don't have money, what I'm hearing, as in, it means 2 things for me. Number 1, I have not shown you enough reason to really justify why you have to pay this money. Or you're saying that you lack the creativity on how to make as much money as you require from this business. Which does it mean to you? Help me understand. The person say, you mean you've not really shown me how this can really solve my money needs. Okay? You can ask a couple of questions again. Listen to the point you can understand what the person is saying. And you might need to ask 2, 3, 4 questions. Okay? So be genuinely curious. Curiosity is the name of the game here. Be genuinely curious to understand what the person is saying. care to know what the real objection is, don't project. Don't project. Everybody go and type don't project. So, for example, someone is saying, I don't have time, okay? So you're just shocked, really? So when you say you don't have the time, what exactly do you mean? The person answers, so, okay, first of all, how much time do you think this might take you? I just want to understand. I'm just curious. When you say you don't have the time, help me understand. Now, the goal here is not to fight them. It's not to fight them. Rather, to pay attention to the point where you understand what they are saying. It's only when you understand what someone is saying that you can really help them out. So you're paying attention, you're listening to understand so that they can feel heard, right? They can feel heard. Yes. So you listen, be genuinely curious, listen to understand. Don't project. Okay? Now, step number 2, after you have asked that question, and remember, in listening, we said you can ask 2 to 4 questions. Can you type it down? 2 to 4 questions. 2 to 4 questions. So I was doing a close down on, was it Saturday? And then somebody was saying, I'm so busy. I don't have the time. And then I was asking that person, okay, so if I heard you correctly, you said you're so busy and you don't have the time. Is that correct? He said, yes. As I speak with you right now, I'm already in Anambra State. I'm from here. In fact, I'm in a meeting right now. And I have to pause what I'm doing to attend to you. I said, fantastic. You're right when you say you don't have the time, right? And I really want to find out what really interests you from this amazing business. He said, you see, I'm very comfortable. This might not be my team, but I'm looking at 2 or 3 persons that I can support with this business. So I asked another question again. It reveals that in his mind, what he was thinking about is getting people to run the business, right? He feels like it cannot be my team. And then I said, if I heard you correctly, all you're saying right now is that you are making enough money to take care of your needs. Is that correct? He said, yes. I said, are there people around you who relies on you for support? People who call you often for needs of 5,000, 10,000. Are there people like that around you? He said, yes, which is why I wanted to support them. I said, fantastic. So let me tell you how this works out. We have a support system that can help you. Now, you don't need to find the people to support first. All you need to do is grab your own slot, start, and then we are going to be the one through your contacts. You identify those people you want us to work with. While we're working with them, we'll also show you how this business can help you solve that extra money need. Now, pay attention. The guy was like, you see, that's the time I don't have. I said, fantastic. So can you really pay attention to how you get to know about this business? He said, yes. So how did you get to know about this business? Someone sent you an SMS. Fantastic. Then after that message, what next happened? He said someone called him, okay? Then what followed? You attended the presentation. He said, yes. Okay, so for what happened? Was it the person who sent you the message that called you? He said, no, someone else called me, okay? So when you get to the presentation, what happened? Someone else showed you the business. Fantastic. Now, the person talking to you right now, is it the person who sent you that message in the first place? He said, no. What does it show you? We have a system. We have a support that we're going to practice with you. And with as little as any time you can devote, we can help you build this business. I said, how many minutes do you think it took that person to send you that single SMS? He said, it is the time I don't have. I said, let's take it step by step. So how many minutes? I said, maybe 2 minutes. I said, okay, so let's even say out of your busy schedule, is it possible that you have some few extra minutes lying down somewhere? He said, yes. Okay. So like how many minutes can that be? Say like 5 to 10 minutes. I said, okay, let's even say within 5 to 10 minutes, how many little blocks of 5 to 10 minutes, how many SMS do you think you can send out? He said, I can barely do 3 SMS. I said, fantastic. So how many blocks of 5 to 10 minutes can we get in a week, in a day? How many blocks of 5 to 10 minutes? Now, what am I doing? I am listening to his objection and I am relating. I'm relating his objection. I'm relating with his objection and then showing him practically how just with little time, he can really build something massive for himself through this business. And then finally, we were able to come out with time, different blocks of time that he can actually engage this business with. And guess what? At the end of the day, if I show you how to put aside 5 to 10 minutes of your time every single day, consistently over the next 90 days, would you be really willing to start the business? He said, yes, but I already told you what my challenge is. I said, Mr. Kurudu. He said, no, my name is not Mr. Kurudu, but that was what I saw in the book. Mr. Kurudu, whether you start this business or not, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, you're going to be 5 years older than the person you are today. Your problems are going to compound. Your health is going to deteriorate. Things are going to grow from good to worst if you continue doing exactly what you're doing right now without building a system that can alleviate you all this stress. Think about the stress. Think about your health in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. And then he said, okay, so how am I going to run this business with my time? I said, we are going to show you, and we have 3 categories of leaders to work with you to make this happen, to make this a reality for you. I put him back into the closing, right? Which is explaining the 3 categories of leaders: the mastermind leaders, the global leaders, the emerging global leaders, and the results he stands to gain working with them in the next 3 to 6 months, 18 months, and 2 years. And at the end, he chose mastermind mentorship. Now, the conversation was actually a long one, like over 15 minutes of conversation, because he kept on repeating, I don't have the time, I don't have the time, and I'm so busy. So listening puts you in a place where you really pay attention to what they are saying. That's number one. Listening alone and asking questions does not solve the objection. Understand that. But it puts you in a place where you can now share a story, relate with them, and then make an offer, which is if I would you. If I would you. Okay? So we're going to role play this again. Now, when you're relating with them, what are you doing? You're making them understand that I truly get you. We might not be in the same situation, but I can imagine how difficult, how tough your life is right now. Juggling from one state to the other, juggling. I can imagine how it's affecting your health and so many other things. So relating puts them in a place where they feel like, this person is getting what I'm saying, right? And we've said this earlier. People like people who are like them. People like people who are like them. People like people that can really associate with the kind of challenge it might look as if they are going through. People like people who are like them. Go to the comment section and type it down. People like people who are like them. Type it in the comment section. People like people who are like them. So relate with them. By relating with them, what are you doing? You're connecting, you're building bridge, and then, if possible, empathize with them. Find a way to relate with them. And after relating, what happens? I know how you feel. Now, if you have been in a similar situation, this applies. I know how you feel, right? I understand that's a valid thing. Whatever it is you're going through right now, whatever the objection is, like, repeat it again, right? Whatever it is. I don't have the money. I get it when you say you don't have the money. Who has a lot of money? Who has extra money lying around those days with the way the economy is going and things are growing, getting bad and bad every single day? I mean, who have an extra money lying around those days? What I've got to learn is that no matter how much you make, at the end of the month, we find a way to spend it. If it's not children's school, it is feeding, it is stocking the house. We keep ourselves in the top of situations, different needs at different times. So I get it. In fact, the needs are growing day by day as the kids are growing. You're relating with them. I get it. So trust me, I truly get it when you say you don't have money, right? Now let's look at it this way. Extra money would be nice, won't it? Extra money would be nice, isn't it? Now, what are you doing at that point? You're getting them to the point where they are seeing you that you are like them. And then you're now getting their approval to say, yes, extra cash won't hurt. Will it? Extra money will be nice, won't it? So no matter how comfortable that person is, I mean, they need extra. So I should be, I was in a situation like yours, a similar situation like yours, right? No means of increasing our income. And I was thinking about the amazing future I want for my kids. And guess what? I was thinking of extra money that I could start saving, extra that I can actually plug into taking care of my children, extra that I can start using to plan my children's college. In fact, I don't need to wait until their college comes up for me to make plans for it. So extra money won't hurt, right? So what you're saying, all you're saying when you're relating with them is, I get it. I understand with you. In fact, I could feel what you're feeling. I can imagine. We are the same. We are in the same situation. You get that? So if you don't have a story that you can relate, you can share someone else's story. If you also don't have stories that you can relate, you can also use imagining. As in, I can imagine how it is. So as I'm moving from one state to another, I can imagine the stress, the sleepless nights, the whole headache of trying to make things happen. And I can imagine how worse it can get sometimes. So I get it. I understand with you, right? So now, when someone is saying, I don't know about this network marketing thing, you're only like, okay. When I saw this business, I was actually like you. I was exactly like you when I looked at this business for sure. Well, you see, this is what I found out. I find out that with little learning, just being open-minded and asking questions, I could get to understand what this is all about. So someone like, oh, you're like me. In fact, when I saw this business, I was exactly in that place where I didn't know nada. I didn't know anything about this network marketing. And this is what I found out. I found out by just asking questions, being curious, and being open-minded, I could really get some information. And here, I got to understand that working with the mastermind puts you in a place where you get all the support you need. And with little practice, I mean, what is it about life that we don't get to learn? Life is about curiosity. We get to learn everything. We get to learn every single day, right? Relate with them, connect to them. If it's not personal, empathize with them. If it's a general problem like, I don't have money, I don't have time, you could relate with that. Now, if it's personal, right? When someone is saying, you don't know what it is to be a lawyer, like, you don't even wish to be there. You're doing drafting, I'm awake all through the night, doing legal drafting, doing this, doing that. I mean, you don't really know what it takes to be that. So, of course, I'm not a lawyer, right? And I don't know what it takes to be that. That's actually my dad's objection to me. He said, Debbie, there's no time. You're awake at night, drafting, doing this, preparing to go to court, blah, this, that. Of course, I don't know what it is. Well, trust me, it wasn't this easy. It was always like a struggle. I'm like, then you have the contact. Just give me the contact. I'll do this, I'll do that. And it always ends in fights. And then this is what I did. There was a time when my grandmom had cataract, and the company was doing promo then. Buy 10 Colodos, get 10 free. So I bought like 30 Colodos. I got 30 free. And I sent to my grandmom, and I sent some to my dad. And also I gave me Vidamas and everything. So from there, I started following up on feedback about the product. And from there, I mean, he uses the product every single time. Okay? So understand that, listen, relate, connect with them. If it's not personal, empathize with them. I mean, by then I didn't have stories of high chief. I didn't have stories of somebody like that who is in the same situation with him. And I was not much resourceful to handle his objection. But he still buys the product, right? So it's a win-win, not a loss. So someone is saying something like, I'm a physician, you won't understand. So just like my dad's objection that I shared, you don't know what it is to be a lawyer. Of course, I don't know what it is. I am not, right? I'm a physician, you won't understand. I get it. I am not a physician. I can only imagine it has to be a big challenge for you, isn't it? So instead of reacting, this can be a better way of handling the objection. I am a physician. You won't understand. I get it. I am not a physician. I can only imagine it has to be a very big challenge for you, isn't it? The person nods. See, that's really hard for you. I could feel it from the way you're expressing it right now. What are you doing? You're relating. They feel, hey, even if she's not a physician, she understands what I'm going through. She understands the stress I have to put in to make this work, right? Relate, build the bridge, and then tell a story. You can tell a story of, now, at first, let me tell you a story of a colleague, Dr. Elijah Jamba. Share stories of people who used to be physicians. What they find out that if they continue doing what they are doing currently, over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, nothing will change. You see, guys, we have to be collectors of what? Stories. Go to the comment section and type, be a collector of stories. Be a collector of stories. When you see someone succeeding, when you see us celebrating Millionaire Cycle, 2 Comma Club, what is it again? SEGE, there was always something about those people's story. Go and learn the person's story. In fact, start it. Start it. Because tomorrow, the next person you're talking to might be someone in that similar situation. But someone is telling you, I'm pregnant right now. I can't really deal with this business until I put to bed. I get it. You see, I used to be pregnant, right? I can only imagine how you feel right now. The mood swing, the hormonal changes, everything. I truly get it. And this is what I found out. I found out that having an additional baby into the family is actually going to increase the expense, the needs. There should be more need for money and baby's milk, diapers, every single day thing. And I realized that this is not something I should just fold my hands and allow my husband to take care of 100%. So I started paying attention. I started asking questions. Is it possible I run this business? Why? Are there ways I could build those business even while having my baby and taking care of my baby? So this is what I found out. I found out that I can use the systems. I find out I can leverage on the systems, right? And by doing that, I was able to build a steady income for myself. So I totally get it when you say you're pregnant. I mean, it can really be challenging most times. The mood swing, not feeling like doing anything. I get it. And when I think about the future as in having the baby, the extra needs is going to bring for the family, I think about supporting my husband. So I found out that working with a mastermind, I can actually get to understand the system. And then with as little as 30 minutes of my time every single day, I can engage in this system and build something for myself. I mean, having money to pay for diapers wouldn't be bad. Having money to buy baby's milk won't be bad. In fact, my last baby that I have in this business was an amazing experience. You know the feeling that you can actually get to buy milk, baby's milk. You don't need to negotiate it with anyone. Like, you could see the passion, the one I'm feeling right now, right? I don't need to ask anybody for help. I could buy my baby's milk, diapers, every single thing my baby needs at every single time. The feeling is heavenly. So if I show you how you can create time for yourself as little as 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes every single day consistently over the period of your pregnancy, you can build something amazing for yourself. Would you be interested to get started? Just to say, okay, having extra money to buy Pampers, having extra money to buy baby's milk. Or the person can still tell you, you don't get it. You don't get it. You see this particular pregnancy? I've always been pregnant. This is my 5th one. But you see this one? You're not understanding how it's doing me. So what do you do at that point? Imagine. I can only imagine this is a very big and a difficult challenge for you, isn't it? That's really hard for you to deal with right now. Fantastic. Now, I also know that going through all those process of pregnancy, having to be in that place where you don't have money to buy baby's diaper, having to be in that place where you always have to beg to buy baby's milk is also going to be a frustrating experience, isn't that? Person say, okay, yes. So you see, the mood swing might not be happening all the time. So how about we find time, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes every single time to make this work for yourself, so that when you have your baby, you can actually have the money to buy diapers, you can actually have the money to buy milk. Wouldn't that be an amazing plan to work with? So in handling objection, this is one thing I have come to understand. People repeat their objections. Go and type it on the comment section. People repeat their objections. Like they say it once, it is not enough. They say it again. Even when you have listened, you have repeated. I have seen this as a pattern. Trust me, they will keep on repeating it. I just said I don't have time. And you then take them on a process again and you ask them question. My biggest challenge is time, madam. You talk again, they repeat their questions. So what do you do at those points? Keep on repeating yourself. This time around, when you're repeating yourself, pick their exact words. No, you don't even know what it feels. This particular pregnancy, I've had 5 different children, but you see this one, some days I will just wake up, I'll feel like not doing anything, I'll just be vomiting, I'll be feeling all weak. I'm just wishing like this 9 months should just come and pass. Let me have my baby. At those points, what they are saying is real to them, right? So even though you have been having babies, all babies are not the same. So what do you do in a point like this? I can only imagine. It has to be a very big challenge for you, isn't it? That's really hard for you to bear. Now, this is what I find out. This pregnancy, the 9 months will still pass. The difficult pregnancy is still not going to change the fact that baby's pampers will be an extra burden to the family. Buying baby's milk will be an extra burden for you. Now, trust me on this. There are times when you still feel good like doing something. Are there times like that? You say, yes, there are times like that. Okay, so what if I show you how just extra 5 minutes, extra 10 minutes, extra 30 minutes, extra 45 minutes, those days you feel so excited and you feel like doing everything, how we could convert those extra minutes into running those business activities to help you build that extra source of income where buying baby's milk won't be a challenge. Buying baby's pampers won't be an extra burden. Wouldn't that be an amazing plan? So people will always repeat their questions. So pay attention, listen to what they're saying, pick their words, right? Imagine at this point, they are saying it to put you in a place where like you don't get it. This is me, this is my problem. Leave their problem with them. As in, don't associate. Don't like, no, I get it. In fact, there was a pregnancy, you cannot get it. You cannot feel it exactly the way they are feeling. So you can only imagine, right? It's a big challenge for you, and that is why you're talking about it, right? Isn't that a big challenge for you? That's really hard for you. In fact, even as you're saying it, I'm feeling it from your voice. That is really hard for you to deal with right now, isn't it? Now let's look at it this way. Okay? So you listen, you relate, and in relating, you're building the bridge, you're telling a story, and you're pointing them to a solution. You're pointing them to a solution. So step number 3 says what? Tell a story. Tell a story. So you can tell a story of someone whose pregnancy was very difficult, and guess what? She even found out that the choleduz was actually something that could make her pregnancy more easier, alongside taking the folic acid and every other thing. You can tell a story of, tell stories that they can relate with. And guess what? All she was doing was just putting aside 30, 45 minutes of her time every single day, warming up contact, sending the contact recommendation message. And bravo, the 9 months pregnancy actually came and passed. And guess what? By the time she was able to do this business, like 5 months with her pregnancy, she was making extra 50,000, extra 100,000 for herself. Wouldn't that be an amazing plan to find time, create time for this business while still going through your pregnancy journey? To say, okay, it makes more sense, right? So, and then step 4, if I would you. If I would you. Step 3 is what? Tell a story. And then step 4, if I would you. Now, you're asking questions like, what do you like best? On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you find yourself? They will always say, I'm a 9, and my biggest challenge right now is I don't have the money to start. Relate, tell a story if I would do. So let's role play. You can do this for any objection. It makes objection easy. It makes it simple. It makes it like a walk, right? So let's role play. Someone brings up an objection. You're asking a question. What do you like best about this business model? And the person mentioned, I love the travels. I love the vacation. I love the fact that I'm going to be making money of my own and I'm not going to rely on anybody. Fantastic. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you find yourself? They'll not tell you, I'm a 9, and the challenge is that I don't have the money right now. So listen, that's the first step, right? I get it. I understand when you say you don't have the money. Guess what? For a lot of people, even myself, who is older than you, money is always kind of a big deal. Trying to figure out how to save it, how to deal with it, and how you're going to have the next thing, how to have a little extra, how to make this work. We deal with money issues, no matter the age. So I totally understand. Trying to figure out how to make your life work, wondering if there is a space to do this, and if it is worth the investment of time in the first place. So I totally understand where you are, and I respect it. Did you get that? You listen, you understand, you validate their excuse. It is real, right? You relate, and then tell a story. Let me tell you a story. When I was first introduced into this, I had no money. As a matter of fact, I was not only having money problem, I was in debt. I was in serious debt. I just started building a new family, and there was a whole lot of need. Children, basic daily needs. I was really worried. I didn't know how I was going to create a future for myself. I just didn't know. And I realized when I look at this, that if I don't make some few changes here and then, I might never have seen a way out of myself, right? I might never come out of this money problem. I realized that if I don't make some changes, I'll really not figure this out. If I just follow the crowd, I will have the exact result the crowds are having. Now, I looked around and I asked myself a question. What's the difference between successful people and people who are not successful? I find out that what successful people do is that they take the risk that ordinary people are not willing to take. They are willing to invest so much on themselves, just the opposite way an ordinary person would. So I use this as an opportunity to invest in myself. I use this as an opportunity to grow me. I use this as an opportunity to become an entrepreneur because I want to be in business for myself. And I sense you want to do the same thing for yourself, right? The person nods, yes. You've said a lot of things. Being a better person, being a better entrepreneur, investing in yourself and creating money options for yourself. And then you said, I guess it's something you want to build for yourself, right? The person says, yes. So to be in business for yourself, there is no better skill than this. To be able to build yourself, to be able to build your future, that's what I realize I can do and I can make to happen for me through this business. For me, if I have invested this money in myself, I found a better way to actually deal with my money problem. And I found a support system that will help me, guide me, be patient with me, and help me every step in process. I felt it was worth every money I was putting into the business. So what did I do? I created options for myself. I came up with the money, and I said yes to the mastermind mentorship. So let me ask you a question. If I could show you how to turn a little bit of investment into an entrepreneur school and build a business for yourself while you are ... while you are still being a student, while you're still being busy with your life, while you also always fill up with their words, to be able to create something for yourself and be resourceful and figure it out as you're figuring out your ... You're mentioning the objection. Would that be interesting thing for you to learn? But you say, yes, why not? Amazing, right? Okay, so there are 3 categories of leaders that can work with you to make this become a reality for you. The first, At every single time you handle their objection, you have listened, you have related, you share story, plug them back into the system. Can we type that in the comment section? Plug them back into the system. Close. Let that be the call to action. There are 3 categories of leaders to work with. Please type in the comment section. Always remember to close. So the closing is to cap it up with the 3 categories of leaders to work with. That's what prompts urgency. Okay? There are 3 categories of leaders that working with them, you can achieve so much in record time. The first category is the mastermind. The second category is the global leaders. And the last category is the emerging global leaders. Working with the masterminds puts you in a place where you can build so amount of results over the next 3 to 6 months. Working with the global leader puts you in a place where you can build that same result within 18 months. And working with the emerging global leader puts you in a place where you can build that result in 2 years. Which would you prefer? They will say mastermind. Okay? So there are 3 packages for you to decide to start with right away: the power pack, the entry verse, and the neo verse. Which works for you right now? The person mentions, okay, so how would you want to make your payments? Transfer, deposit, ATM. The person is saying, hey, but I don't have the whole money right now. Okay, so this is what I'm going to help you do. I'm going to help you secure your mastermind slot. All you need to do is to make a commitment to get this happen. So that way, we'll still have to get a position for you, and then we'll give you time. We need 3 to 7 days to come up with a balance. How about that? Remember, the mastermind mentorship is what you need, right? That's what you're looking at. And this is what can help you create the outcome you're looking for over the next 3 to 6 months. If you have properly dealt with their objection, they will come up with something. So how much do you have right now? How much do you have at the moment? How much do you have right now? They will always ask you, like, how much? I say, oh, it's an open check. How much do you have right now? You may say, it's so small, it's not too big. I have 10,000. I don't know. Oh, okay. Is that all you have, right? I say, yes, 10,000 there. Okay. I'm going to help you do something. Make the transfer of the 10,000 naira. I will speak to the mastermind on your behalf and help you secure the slot. Is that okay by you? They said, yes, I'll be grateful. Okay, fantastic. So how would you prefer to make your transfer? Make your payment? Transfer, deposit, or POS? Transfer, deposit, or POS? There's a reason why I'm asking. So they won't go and make their transfer using, what is it again? USD. So the goal is to understand and guide them on the better way to do that. Okay? Now, let's even say, I really don't have the time. Another objection. I really don't have the time. Kids, business, family, I don't have the time. And then you're saying, when you say you don't have the time, it's really funny because I have the same experience. It's funny, not that what you're saying is funny. It's funny because that was exactly where I used to be 6 years ago. I have the same experience, right? And when I look at all this time thing, the whole time issue, who have the time? We have kids that we are raising, and I was dealing with overwhelm. Like, when I saw this, I almost say no because I don't have the time. This is what came to mind. What happens if I keep doing what I'm doing right now? Over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, where will I be? 10 years from today, I'll be 10 years older than the person I am right now. And the biggest challenge is that I might not have the same energy I have right now to be juggling with work and family, right? More stress, I'll be more stressed. I want to ask you, 10 years from today, will you be more stressed or less stressed? More stressed. I realized that was also true for me. I'll be more stressed. Every single year I delay to make any changes in my life, my family will suffer. Every single year I delay to make any changes in my life, my health is suffering. Every single year I delay to make any changes in my life, my income is suffering. My body is suffering. Everything around me is suffering. So what I realized for me was that if I was going to make any changes and have better future for myself and family, I needed to make few changes right now. So what am I doing? I looked at my time and I figured out this is my struggling days, right? Can I carve out 30, 45 minutes for myself that I could say, this is my future investment years? So whether I do this business or not, I am stressed. Whether I do this business or not, my family is still suffering for not having me around. So what did I do? Is it okay to increase my suffering time for an extra 30 to 45 minutes so I could buy time in the future where I am making money and I am spending quality time with my family? I am making money and I am enjoying those money because I am living in good health. Wouldn't that be an amazing plan? It was hard in the beginning. Trust me when I say this. You know how I viewed it? Those times are really keep the machine going time. I figured out a new strategy to buy myself time. I realized that if I don't find this time now, I won't be the leader that I have to be for my family. I won't be the leader that I have to be for my children. I won't be that leader that I needed to be for my family. In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, I'll be weak and I'll be unable to take care of their college needs. So I found a way to buy my future time right now while dealing with my kids, dealing with my business, and building this business as an alternative option. So let me ask you a question. If I could show you how to do what I did, if I could show you how to make few changes, if I could show you how to carve out that time for yourself and family, and we do this together, if I could show you how to do that without blowing the whole world out, would you be willing to do that? The person might say, more skills, this my job is really hard. It's really hard. Like, you don't understand. You can't understand. I can imagine how difficult it is for you right now. Are you understanding where to use the word I understand and I can imagine? Are you understanding the difference? If you're understanding that, type yes. I understand is when there is a relatable story, right? When the person is still objecting, it is no longer an understanding thing. I can imagine how difficult this can be, isn't it? I can really imagine how difficult this can be for you right now, isn't it? Isn't it not? Oh God. Is this not a difficult problem for you to deal with right now? Say, yes, it's really a difficult problem. I can imagine how difficult it is for you at this moment. I can imagine how difficult it is for you to deal with at this moment. Guys, this requires role playing, right? Of course, we know English. English is a borrowed language. You have to practice until it becomes a part of you. I can imagine how going through all those challenges is for you right now, isn't it? Oh, it is. In fact, it's really stressful. And then this is what I found out. My family needs me 10 years from today. My health, I need to be stronger 10 years from today. If I keep on running from here to here for the sake of my family and for the sake of keeping my business without having an alternative option that I can leverage on whether I'm there or not, things are going to become more worse. Things are not going to be more easier for me. So this is what I found out. I found out that I could buy extra time for myself. I could create extra time for myself while I still have the strength right now, while I still have the health. I could do what I can do right now with the support of the mastermind mentorship. I can actually build something for myself that in the next 10 years, I still don't have to be struggling. So if I can show you how to do what I did, when you relate at that second level, go back and close again, ask questions. So let me ask you this question. If I could show you how to do what I did, if I could show you how to make those few changes, if I could show you how to carve out that time for yourself and family, we can do this together, remember? If I can show you how to do that without blowing the whole world out, would you be willing to give this a try? The person still throws up another objection. I get it. I can imagine, right? I'm going to be your friend in this situation. For things to change, you have to change. If I'm going to be your friend in this situation and give you the best advice you need, let me tell you, my friend, for things to change, you have to change. Things are not going to change, right? Whether you change or not, things are going to grow to be worse. So you don't want to. I just wish you can see how to make this happen for you. I just wish you can see how to make this happen for you. I just wish you could see how this extra 30 minutes to 45 minutes can change something good for you in the next 10 years when your strengths are failing you, when the energy is no longer there. I just wish you could see that. Are you seeing the possibilities you can create for yourself? Working this system with us over the next 10, 5 years. No, I see it. Okay, then you close. If I could show you how to make this happen, would that be an amazing journey? Say yes. Okay, close. We have 3 categories of leaders that can work with you to make this a reality. Aside me working with you on this, we have 3 categories of leaders that can really help you make this a reality for you. The mastermind, the global leaders, and the emerging global leaders. Working with the masterminds can help you achieve this result in 3 to 6 months. Working with the global leaders can help you achieve this result in 18 months. And working with the emerging global leaders can help you achieve this result in 2 years. How soon would you want to create those results? How soon would you want to create this outcome? 3 to 6 months. Fantastic. Let's get it done. Which of the category are you interested in? 50K, 80K, 129. The person mentions amazing. How would you want to make your payment? Transfer, deposit, or ATM? Transfer, deposit, or ATM? Guys, if you don't go these steps deep with your prospect, you will always be in that situation whereby it's one objection today, another objection tomorrow, another objection tomorrow. So in summary, 4 steps to handling objection. You listen, you relate, you share stories, you ask questions. Can we go and type it again in the comment section? Listen, relate, share stories, ask questions. Listen, relate, share stories, ask questions. And I said something that is key. When you are sharing story and it looks as if they are still throwing up objection, stop using the word "I understand." You can use words like, I can imagine how difficult this can be for you at this moment. I can imagine. And at the end of sharing every objection, what do you have to do at the end of sharing every objection? Ensure to do what? Close. Ensure to close. Ensure to close at the end of dealing with every objection. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got value for yourself this morning. I hope you got value from this process this morning. 4 simple steps to handle objection. I hope you got value for your time. If you got value, type yes. So it's question and answer time. It's question and answer time. It's question and answer time. Let's go take your questions.